Alright, hello and welcome back to Serious About Salvage, another video on the channel. So today's video, I'm hoping to accomplish a complete salvage flip in one day. So what that means is completely repair this Volkswagen up and have it up for sale in one day. So if you like these videos, please do consider subscribing to the channel, and a big thumbs up for the video if you like it, and don't make sure you stay around to the end because I'll tell you how much profit in this car I actually made as well. So like I said, bear in mind, one day's work, we'll see what we can get out at the end. Now, I chose this car because they're quite easy to sell, nice and cheap, and it's got little damage. I did one of these a bit back on the channel and had plenty of people interested, and it went with no issues whatsoever. So I think all we can do is, I'll show you what's wrong with it. I'll show you the parts that I have got, because I have had this car a few days. I haven't touched it. All I did was look over it quickly to see what parts I needed, because I wanted to make sure everything was here ready for this day, so we can do the whole thing, like I said, and have it up for sale by the end of today. And then at the end, like I said, once it's sold, I'll come back and finish this video, and I'll tell you exactly what we've made from it. So let's get on, because there's quite a lot to do. Right, so I hope the volume's pretty good. In the last couple of videos, a few of you have mentioned you could hear me swallowing on the audio. That's because the wireless microphone was always clipped into my neck, onto the collar of my t-shirt, so it was really close to my throat. So I've got it halfway down my body now. Hopefully the volume's good and you can't hear that swallowing anymore. So yes, we have a nice little Volkswagen up. And already, you know, just skimming round it, I can tell already this car was in exceptional pre-accident condition. The only mark I found in the old car, except for the damage, is this little bit of a mark here. Now we will have a go at buffing that, and it looks like it's going to come off. But that's got all the telltale signs of forklift truck. Because they always get all around here and around here when they carry them around in salvage. So I think this is going to turn out into a lovely little car. A great little first time buyer for someone. And like I said, very little damage. I'll just get straight into the damage. So all we've got is a little bit of a rear end little knock. Very little. I can't actually see any impact marks on this boot lid, but because it's glass, I'm guessing, you know, the bumper was pushed in a bit, pushed up, and it's just caught the corner, and it's shattered the whole lot. Because there is no damage up here. You know, you could say there's maybe a tiny little scuff on the tail light there, maybe, but you know, the damage has been low down here. Very little. Obviously the bumper is toast. It's hanging off. It's popped a bit on both sides, but no wing damage. Wheels are in the exact right places. So I'm just expecting boot lid, bumper, crash bar, and a service, you know. So like I said, I had a little look over this the other day just to make sure I got the required parts. And over here we have a crash bar. We have a bumper and a tailgate. So we'll have these parts swapped over in absolutely no time. We'll have a good look over the car. I've got some engine oil for it, so we can give it a service, check over the tyres, but like I said, as far as I've seen, the car's been looked after. You know, it's got a brand new dampener on one side at the back, so it looks like whatever it's needed when it's come to MOTs and its annual servicing, it's had done. So we'll have a look inside. Unfortunately, no sign of any service history, which is a bit of a disappointment, because I thought, you know, it'll be here, but nothing at all. And with this being the technology, it would have had a removable sat-nav. Just pop that out, it plugs in there. But again, no sign of the sat-nav either, so I will have a look on eBay and try and pick one up to go with the car. It's had seat covers on it, they'll be coming off. And It's got a seat cover in the back. Again, it'll all be coming off. It would appear that they were a dog owner. There's quite a bit of dog hair around, but in all honesty, it's in really good condition. It's clean. It's been like I say, it's been looked after, this car. Well, that's how it appears. So, what shall we do? I'll show you that it runs. It's a run and drive. You can see that. It has 48, I think. Yeah, 48,000 miles on it. So it's low mileage. But I think it's going to need a battery. So I have jumped it a few times now and left it running. And unless you start it straight away, it doesn't want to start like it doesn't now. So I will have to grab a battery for it, but that doesn't stop it going up for sale. So let's give it a jump start. Just a little 3-cylinder, 1 litre petrol. This is the Blue Motion, so all that really means is it's got start-stop. That's about it. I think, anyway. So I don't think that last one had start-stop. So that wasn't a Blue Motion. Show you a little MPI, 1 litre, 3-cylinder. We'll put the little auto VIT jump starter on it. Don't forget, guys, this is going to go into one of you when we hit 20,000. Be a shame, really, because I like it. I might ask them if they'll give me another. You can only ask, can't you? Oh, there we go. So the ones that don't know, what the auto VIT does, it takes, as you can see, the 10 volts that's in the battery, it withdraws that, puts it into this supercapacitor, and then when you're ready, you press a button and it throws all the power back into the battery and allows you to start your car. You don't charge these up, they just sit in your boot or in your car, and when you need it, like when the battery's low like it is on this, and it won't start, you put it on your battery, pulls the voltage out, allows you to start your car. Great idea. Because let's be honest, you can have a booster pack in your car, they do eventually drain themselves, so it's sat in there a year, it won't work when you come to use it anyway. This is perfect, you don't charge it itself. So unless your car battery is completely dead to the point where even the interior lights won't come on, this will always get your car running. So a great bit of kit. I've used it loads, I use it all the time. I use it that much, I don't even bother using this anymore. It's just sat there because of the reason I always forget to charge it. And it only does 1 or 2 jump starts and then it needs bloody half a day charging again, so I rate this far better. So where are we on? 99%. So that beeps means it's ready. So you press the red button once, it will count down 10 seconds. Let's get in. As soon as it stops beeping, all you do is crank your car. There you go. Now obviously, a little 3-cylinder isn't going to take much starting, but I've used this on all types of cars. Big engines, 3-litre diesels, you know, that take a lot more cranking, and it starts them just as easy. I think they rate up to 4-litre petrol, I can't remember now exactly what they rated up to. But as you can see, it's running. You always get a little bit of vibration with these engines because they are 3-cylinder. That's perfectly normal. We've got electric windows, we've got air conditioning, no lights on the dash. They always sound a bit odd, 3-cylinders to me. Everything works, aircon works, radio. Like I said, you got your start stop there. So yeah, it's a great little car actually. Great little car. Well, we've got plenty to do today, so like I said, we need to get on with it. I'm going to get it on the ramp, I'll raise it up. I'm not going to be doing no time lapse today. This is purely just a one-day flip, like I said, so time for, editing and messing with the camera, well, there isn't any. I want to get over this, I want to get through this car and just show what's possible in one day. Like this repair, you could do on your drive at home. It's as simple as that, easy. And like I said, we'll see what we can get out of it. I think it'll be okay. I'll tell you all the numbers and the figures at the end, so like I said, stick around. And when it sells, we can complete this video and you can all find out then what I've made. Right, I'll get on with it, I'll get it stripped, we'll get it built back up. And yeah, like I said, it's going to be an hour, I would say an hour to strip that and build it, and then get it on the ramp. Service the engine, we'll have a good look over the brakes, the tyres, stuff like that. Get it outside, give it a wash. It's got 9 months MOT on it, so there's no MOT needed. And that's going to be it, it's going to be ready for sale. So I'll come back to you in a bit when I've got some parts swapped out. And there we go. Quick 45 minutes and we've swapped it all out. Crash bar, bumper, boot lid. Oh, looking really good, really good. The only little bit of alignment is this bumper's just not quite holding in there. It's just annoying me a little bit. So I might fiddle with that a little bit. I want it to be there, not there. But gap all around the boot lid. Perfect. Simple job. Opens great. I've got a bit of glass to clean up. But yeah, no problems. Oh, there's a tool there. I'd have probably lost that if that didn't fall out then. So, should have a quick scan around it. I'll just put this over here. So on the back tyres look pretty much brand new. Absolutely loads of thread on them. The drum brakes on the back, so there's no discs and pads to look at. I'm not pulling the drums, obviously. That brake feels fine. Again, tyre almost new. The fronts, probably say there's 75% left on them. It's not really much access to see the pads, but the discs, there's no lip on the discs. Can't really see the pads. Grab a torch, we'll have a little look. So like I said, no service history, but it's just got that feel of being looked after. You get that feeling on some cars. And this is one of them cars. I have no doubts that whoever's had it, when it's needed something, it's had it done. So, can we see anything at all? Yeah, I can see them there, just about. Can you see? You see the pad? Loads. Now obviously I haven't looked at the inside pad, but again, loads on the tyre. Yeah, them pads are pretty much brand new. Not sure if you can see that one or not. But it's brand new. So yeah, like I said, I think it's been looked after. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to put a battery on it, which is a shame. It doesn't want to hold charge. And with these start-stops, your battery's got to be in good condition, otherwise your start-stop won't work. So all we need to do now, get it down, get it off the ramp, get it outside, give it a good wash. Oh, I need to do oil change. I need to do the oil change. I've not done that yet. So do that now. I'll run it for a bit, obviously get the oil warm, dump the oil, get that changed out, and then we'll get it outside, give it a wash, bit of a hoover, and all that's left is a road test. And then as long as the road test doesn't show up anything, I'll have a good look under it. Obviously I'll have a look at the bushes, you know, look for any play in the wheels, wheel bearings, stuff like that. But you know, that's a 10-minute affair. The road test tells you a lot more, really. And yeah, we're going to be done, aren't we? It's such an easy, simple fix. Like I said, a very easy home fix this. Nice little exercise to see, because I know for a fact there's just as much money in repairs like this than there is, you know, doing the full-on front ends. It's just the fact that, you know, there's more content there than there is there. But it's a worthwhile exercise, just to see what's still possible in this massively inflated market. You know, I did pay a decent amount for this car, so there isn't a great deal in it, but that's when you've got to keep the time down instead. When there's not much left in the car, you need to keep the time that you put into it down. And it's just keeping the channel ticking over, a bit of content for you guys. So I'll crack on for a bit. Like I said, get the oil changed, get it outside, get it washed, road test, and then we'll have another look around it when it's nice and clean and see the finished article. And yeah, I think it's turned out fine. Right, so I'm halfway through the service, and I thought I'd have a quick look at the cam belt, because with these, you know, salvage cars that they don't come with any history, it's always a bit of a doubt in your mind about cam belts. So the only thing you can really do is have a visual check. Doesn't always tell you much, but in the case of this belt, the actual cam belt itself, it literally looks like it's just come out of a packet. It looks that new, and if you can see the tensioner, see how nice and clean and bright that tensioner is. You can see the actual, I don't know if you can see it or not, I'll try and get down there. Just look how nice and clean that is. I don't know how well this is coming out on camera, but that's your tensioner with the white, with the plasticky white centre. Spotless. And like in the inside of the belt where the ribs are, no signs of any cracks or anything. So that belt is 100% not a factory original. It's definitely had one done, and I would say it's not even that long ago. You can see one of the actual idlers down there as well. So I'm 100% happy with that. Even though I have no evidence in terms of paperwork to prove it, it's definitely had a cam belt, and it looks great. So that's put my mind at ease. You know, like I said, I'm always a little bit wary of cam belts. But yeah, definitely won't be doing a cam belt on it. So just thought I'd show you that. I'll continue with it, and then we'll get it washed. Okay, so there we go. All finished. Giving it a good wash. Cleaned out inside. Been all over it. As you've seen, we repaired the rear end. Got out the marks as well that were around there. And I got out the mark on the front bumper. So this car now is ready to go up for sale. So in one day, it's gone from being crashed to being fixed. See, that mark's completely gone. That was around there. Runs great. So I will give it a quick road test now just to make sure, but honestly I need to put a battery on it. I haven't got a battery, I need to change the battery, and I want to touch up. There's just a little bit of paint that's come off on the roof there. Got a little dent where it's obviously had a stone hit it. I need to touch that up. So other than them two things, she's done, she's ready to go off to a new owner. So it's come out really well. Come out really well. Really happy with it. I like it. Nice clean car. Right, well, I will be back as soon as this thing sells, and then we can do the prices and see what profit we've made in the 1 day of work on this car. Like I said, obviously it's been here a couple of days, but I haven't worked on it. I've had a little bit of research on the internet to do, finding parts, but in terms of labour, it's probably not quite a full day. So I'll hopefully be back with you soon when this car's sold, and like I said, we'll do the price breakdown and stuff. Right, I'm back, and that can only mean one thing: the Volkswagen Up is sold. It's obviously still here, but took the deposit. You know, the car is 100% sold. So I can go through the numbers now with you. Now bear in mind, like I said earlier, I think in reality you'd have hammered this out in half a day. Swapping the boot lid, swapping the bumper, new battery, engine oil service. You smash it out in a day. Obviously it's sat here longer because we had to wait for parts, so you got to bear that in mind. It'll be sat around for a week or so, and then obviously it'll sit here until you've sold it. But in terms of labour for that half a day, or even if you want to call it a day, this car has turned a profit of £320, I think it is. Now I think there was a bit more in it. I think if I'd have tried for more money, I could have sold it for more, but I wanted it to go. And I'm happy with what I got. So the car, I did have all this written down, but I've left the piece of paper at home. The car cost, including fees, £1,780. Now I think, in all honesty, it probably was a bit too much, that. But that's just the way it is at the minute. If you want to win anything, you've got to pay for it. It's as simple as that. So the car was £1,780. Now my original plan was to get it delivered by the auction house and do it as like a, you know, anyone could do this as at home job, but they quoted me from Doncaster to me, which is only like, I bet it's no more than 70 miles. £214 to drop this car off from this specific auction house. I know some are cheaper, but this one tried to charge me £214. So I borrowed a friend's trailer and I went and got it myself. So in terms of diesel, it cost me £40 in diesel. That's more than enough for what it actually used. The parts, we got the bumper skin and the crash bar, all in colour, posted and delivered to my house for £250. We had the oil and filter, which it's about 35 quid for one of these, for a tub of oil and an oil filter. And then we had the battery. Unfortunately the battery had to be changed, and I got the proper, you know, start-stop battery for this car. Off eBay it was £79 delivered for a good make as well. So all in, that turned out to be somewhere around £2,180. So if you're doing it yourself at home, you've got this car for £2,180 with, what's it got, 48,000 miles on it? Something like that. Have a quick look. £48. That's a good price, isn't it? If you're doing it for yourself. Now obviously I wanted to make a bit of money out of that, so I sold it for £2,500, which again I think is a good price. You know, if you look on eBay right now, there is a couple of these for sale. Whether they're clean title or not, I don't know, but they've got over 100,000 on. You know, one's at 110. There's one with 170,000 on, which out of a 3-cylinder, 1 litre, it's a lot of miles, and they're all up for £2,000. So you know, you can get cheaper ones, but this car is immaculate, and it's got low miles. There was, what else was there? There was one up for 2.5, I think. But again, I think it had high mileage and it was categorised. Or it might have been, I don't remember now. But basically, the closest equivalent to this I found, there was one with very similar mileage, categorised as well, and it was up for 2.7. So Apple, I think this guy's well worth it. It's really clean. I don't think you're going to find a cleaner one. Inside and out, it's absolutely immaculate. I think for $2.5, it's a good car, a good first car for someone. And you know, I'm happy with how it's come out. So yeah, £320 profit for, in terms of labour, half a day, something like that. So you can make money, but if you're doing this as a business and you've got all your, you know, your rent and everything, you need to be making more money than that, really, out of the car, you know, because you might sit on it for a while as well. So yeah, it's like I said, still possible to make money, but it is difficult. But just shows what you can do at your house. Nice, easy repair. So that's going to be it. That's it for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about the actual sale price, the price I paid for it, and everything. Any comments, I'll do my best to get to. But as always, thank you very much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, big thumbs up. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.